Many of you don't think you're valuable because of material things. But what I need to tell you this morning is you better and you're smarter than a pocketbook. Girl, look how y'all looking at me. You better than a Michael Kors and a Louis Vuitton. Come on, brothers. You better than just a business and a nice car. Am I talking good here? But God has given you a treasure in an earthen vessel. Your character is more important than the stuff you're trying to buy. Somebody say, Pastor, show talking good. Some of you don't think that you're worthy unless you're draped up on somebody. But until you learn to love yourself, you ain't going to be good to nobody else anyway. Am I talking good up in here? Well, Pastor, if I had a boo thing, I'd feel better about myself. I ain't been on no date since chicken was a bitty and buck was a calf. I need somebody to love me. Well, you got to understand that you got value and you got weight just like you are. Even if you're fat as a calf, if you're skinny as a rail, if you rattle when you walk, I want to tell you that you are important to God. I wish I had some help here. If you don't have as much hair as me and Zinger, you still got to know you bad. Slap somebody and say, I'm bad. And the reason I'm bad is because I'm still here. That what the devil tried to do to me, baby, he wasn't able to do it. Somebody shout yes. I got to hurry up and get out of here, but some of you don't think that you're valuable unless you got a microphone or unless you're on this platform. Am I talking good here? But you got to learn that you got ministry in you, whether you up here or out there. It's enough. Look, we got too many chairs up here anyway. We don't need no more preachers. We need some servants. I've been preaching for over 36 years, and for many years, I was overlooked. Even in my book, my husband will tell you, he said it was 5 years, but I said it was 7 years. He was chauvinistic, and he didn't believe in women preachers. When I came to him, I was preaching. I ain't trying to defend us, because just give us the mic, and we'll let it do what it do. But what I'm trying to tell you is this right here. Excuse me, he pushed me aside because the organization didn't believe in women preaching. And when I came to him, I was already preaching. Am I talking good here? So for 7 years, I had to pray it through. I didn't push my way. I didn't go ask nobody, let me in your pulpit. I'm a licensed evangelist. I didn't pass out no cards. I didn't do none of that. I just sat there, waited, and prayed. But let me tell you something. Nobody can silence a voice that God expects to be heard. When it's your time, I promise you, they'll have to come and get you out the kitchen. And not only did he apologize, but he apologized and made me co-pastor of the church. Am I talking good up in here? How many of you know that when you got value, you just got value? And so some of you don't think you're valuable unless you're in the clique and the club. Understand that people will fight your prophetic future because they see the presence of God on you. They're afraid of your future. So even when God opens doors, folks will get jealous and try to sabotage what God does in your life. Am I talking good here? Some of you don't understand how valuable you are. But we get our value from God. And so God has to reveal to us not just who we are, but he has to reveal to us who he is. Am I talking good? How many of you know that he is our treasure? And Jesus is the best thing that ever happened to us. And in this day and time, the church has got to be careful, Pastor, because we're on the borderline when we have church now. Because we done took Jesus out of all of our songs. But we got to put Jesus back in our song and make it plain that Jesus is still the answer. That Jesus is still the way. Am I talking good here? We got to get rid of these by songs. What is a by song, Pastor? One that can go either in the bedroom or the church. Did I strike a nerve? We got to let folks know that Jesus is still the best thing. I didn't have no value before Jesus came in. Somebody shout yes.